How will these overnight cues impact our own markets? We have a research team joining in with what the trade setup looks like, the stocks that are likely to be in the news, and the action from the F&O space as well. Hi guys, a very good morning to all of you. Hurmas, let me come across to you first up. What are the market cues we need to watch out for in today's trading session?
Good morning, Sonal, and I wish I could tell you that the setup is looking very buoyant because of India beating Australia last night. But then the setup indeed is positive, on the positive side, and that comes from the recovery that we saw in yesterday's trading session. The market texture overall remains that the bulls wanted a dip, they got the dip, and that dip was very convincingly bought into. The good part is that the Nifty not only recovered from the day's low, it ended with gains and also close to the day's high. So that will give the bulls a lot of heart, and above the mark of 23,500 as well. The Nifty Bank also saw a similar price action. It also saw a dip towards 51,100. It maintained that earlier record high that it had of 51,133, reversed from those levels. Around 600 points it recovered from those levels as well. So that was a good sign for the Nifty Bank as well. The broader markets also recovered from the lows. The mid-cap index ended in the green, but the small caps, it ended with losses but off the lows of the day. Now some of the key levels to watch, of course, 23,600 on the upside for the Nifty, and of course the previous record high of 23,664. And the Nifty Bank, after that recovery, now is just 250 points away from its own record high, which is around the 51,950 mark. What did well yesterday? The consumption-oriented stocks did well, autos did well, FMCG did well. The metal stocks put a bit of pressure on the market yesterday, bit of profit booking there, as is seen in the PSU banks as well. And what we need to watch out for today, it's Tuesday, so it's the financial services index expiry, so that will keep the Nifty Bank in focus as well. A couple of pockets were very active yesterday. Fertilizer stocks were up and running last week, saw equally sharp sell-off yesterday. We'll see if that continues today. And in the holding companies as well, the US market handover is not very clear, but the direction seems to be on the positive side, and the GIFT Nifty is also indicating a slightly positive start for our own markets. Back to you.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Hurmas, for that. Let me go across to Abhishek, who will list out all the stocks to watch out for in today's trading session.
Well, to begin with, Shalby, they have terminated their franchise agreement with Madhuban Orthopedic, and this is due to the breach of various terms and conditions of agreement by the franchise. Amar Raja, the arm has signed a technical licensing agreement with GIB Energy, and this is for lithium cells to the arm. Borosil, they have launched a QIP at about 331.75 per share. Now, remember that in Jan, they had taken a board approval for a fund launch of rupees 250 crore via QIP. Talking about fundraise, AU Small Finance Bank and RBL Bank will take fundraising approval from their board on 27th of June. Muthoot Capital has initiated registration process as a corporate agent with IRDAI. Craftsman Automation, they have signed an AUM with Sunbeam Lightweighting Solutions, and this is to acquire whole or part of the business of Sunbeam in one or more tranches. Bandhan Bank, they have RBI appointing an additional director on their board. So this is to smoothen the management transition process that RBI wants Bandhan Bank to undertake. Now, promoter to sell 6% stake in Happiest Minds via block, and All Cargo Gati has launched a QIP to raise up to rupees 200 crores. Back to you.
Okay, all right. So those are some stocks which will be on our radar, and fundraise, QIPs and block deals galore as well. But let me go across to Mangalam. He's joining in with all the cues from the F&O space. Hi, morning, Mangalam.
Good morning. So yesterday was a good day for the bulls. We opened with a gap down, and thereafter we saw that being recovered, and towards the end of trade we actually saw a near 200-point recovery for the Nifty from the lows and 600 points from the Nifty Bank itself, telling you that the market is still in a range, because earlier we tested the higher end of the range and yesterday we tested the lower end of the range. So for one to get a sense of what this range is like, just look at June 21st high, which was 23,667, and yesterday's low of 23,350. So telling you anywhere around 23,300 to 23,700 is the broader range that the street is expecting for this expiry week, largely because the next expiry season is a lot more event heavy than the next couple of days itself. There was some selling by both DIIs and FIIs in the cash market, but that again was colored by a lot of large trades that took place. What really stood out in index futures was an 1,800 crore purchase in index futures by the FIIs. In fact, they added around 28,000 long contracts and just about 450 shorts. So as a result of which, the net long exposure, which was at 57% yesterday, has now inched mildly higher to around 59%. And the overall long contracts are now nearly 1.01 lakh contracts. Remember, just about 7-8 trading sessions ago, this was 3.11 lakh contracts on the short side. So we've seen a recovery of nearly 4 lakh contracts with the market moving higher. But now with consolidation expected, the range that you're looking at, 23,600 call writers, very active in trade, and we have the 23,000 put writers as well, 23,500 put writers equally active, telling you again the range that we're talking about, 23,300 to 23,700. Fin Nifty options expiry today, so that's something we'll be watching out for. And a couple of stocks that have entered F&O ban, Punjab National Bank and SAIL, and we have HAL and Hind Copper, which have come out of F&O ban. So those will be a couple of stocks we'll watch out for.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us and prepping us up for this trading day ahead.